Well, hello there folks and welcome back to Kaiserreich. Kaiserreich, I guess. Some people really complain about my pronunciation. But anyway, the border war is horrendous, and I've gotten a lot of comments saying, you know, I should fix it, I should use console commands, but don't worry, okay? Even though this is horrible, especially the whole, you know, France somehow getting all of this, Siam getting German territory, and Germany getting back its territory and becoming a puppet of Japan, you know, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. You know, how did Eurasia form? We don't know, and we're gonna do it. But we need the puppets here. We need the power vacuum here in order to get the resources that we need to actually conquer the Americas, which is what we're gonna do next, as soon as we finish off the Russians. Since they're actually pretty far away from surrendering, I feel like we should just drop a few nukes here and there, not just in Moscow, but in other more minor cities. Kaboom! Oh, yes. Ah, yes, here we go. Also, we have a new Congress of the Trade Unions, which means we can now go for cut out the red tape. Fighting a war often allows for some more unsavory elements of the bureaucracy to carve out their own little empires, while the government is embroiled in defending the homeland. We need to overcome these war profiteers with all due haste, or the state of the economy. Our economy was enlarged in the time leading up to the war. The extraordinary Congress now has to face the decision of either pushing for further expansion or prioritizing the healing of the wounds inflicted by the war. A demobilization program. I'm not very interested in that, but I guess we will cut out the red tape, I think. I don't know. Yeah, let's is there anything else we can do? Not really. Okay, you know what? Let's do it. Grand Battle Fleet, that's what we want. I just love how the game says that Eric Blair is dead, and yet we still have him as our minister, because, you know, truth doesn't exist. You know, this is if he, or actually no, he's still alive, right? Says the government, so of course he's alive. All right, let's do the state of the economy. The thing is, this one only gave me this shit here. I don't know what this work in progress stuff is, so I'm not gonna touch it. Eric Blair we're gonna keep there. Military High Command, we probably want... Who do we want? We want someone new, something fresh. Or what about a different sort of manufacturer? These ones we don't actually need, because we're all done with that. But this... Mass Combat Infantry, Division Attack Infantry, Fire Support, Division Speed Armor, Division Attack... This is a great question. I think the artillery attack might really be quite interesting, since we have so much artillery. The thing is, he is... I can't actually choose him because... Right, I'll choose Mr. Charles Bentic Budd. The German Empire wants us to sign this pact of non-aggression. Oh wait, did I just accept it? I was supposed to say no. Oh well, whatever. The war continues, goes extremely well, and I think we have... What is it? 66% of the participation. The only annoying part is that the kin here are part of the faction, and they've become a great power, which means we have to actually go ahead and destroy them, but... once we crush the Russians, I think it should be no problem at all. The Russian Empire has capitulated, and the Baltic Union got everything, which of course bothers me a lot, but I think it's time to send our troops over to the east and get them ready to destroy China. The Indian Commune has capitulated. Ooh, these are dark times indeed. It's kind of interesting how we hold the territory, though. The Peru-Bolivian Confederation declared war on integralist Brazil. Very curious. For what? A next selected state. Alright. The state of the economy. Our economy was enlarged in the time leading up to the war, the Extraordinary Congress, yada yada yada. Onwards, British industry, build, build, build. La Plata declared war on Chile. How's that going? So how are the wars going here in general? Doesn't look like much is happening, only La Plata's winning. Oh, what's this? The Socialist Republic of Central Panama was at war with Colombia, right? And we have a syndicalist Colombia. Wow, alright. Persia has capitulated. Great news, alright. Alright, I think China is about to fall. We've taken Nanjing, and the Japanese have taken Beijing. Korea is also probably about to fall. Ooh, alright. Seems like South America is in an all-out war. I wonder who's gonna come out on top there. Oh, and there we go. We didn't even get the surrender screen for Kane or China, but I think it had to do with them being a puppet, I presume. I'm not sure about that, but it happened though. And we have the most points. It's nice Japan is also under the CSA here. So I think we're just gonna go for as much puppeting as possible once more. I know there will be border war, but we need the resources. We're gonna take over America, and then we'll fix the border war in Europe and Eurasia. Alright, the Treaty of Kabul was signed on the 8th of December 1946. We took 17 states, we puppeted a bunch of stuff, and gave some states here for our puppets, just to make the borders look, you know, somewhat decent. The Kola Peninsula and Archangels here, yeah, it doesn't look too nice. I'd rather have Finland have this, and then it'd look a lot better, but again, our focus isn't on Europe or Eurasia. Our focus is on crossing the Atlantic and taking over everything there. That said, though, I do think we've done a pretty good job. I mean, look at this. Fantastic. The Third International has its wings spread across the world, and there are a few things that stand in our way now. The Balkans are, of course, just horrible. I mean, look at this. We can't actually get the resources in this province that we got early on in the game because it's surrounded by non-faction members, which is a pity, but we might sweep through this. Also, in general, I've been thinking, yes, we could fix this, and we sort of probably will have to, since I imagine there will be a war, and we'll probably have to fight the Commune of France at some point. But our focus is on creating Oceania, right? Whatever happens here is not really under our control, because we can't, you know, we can't create Eurasia. That'd be a little bit, that's not the point. These are, of course, powers that fight each other, even though we don't actually know that for certain. Ooh, I just realized, okay, we have more factories, so let's give ourselves more tools. Excellent. Oh, actually, no. Even more, and more. Now 3 more. Okay, there we go. The Russians have become the Russian Republic. We have, right, I created Lithuania we had before, but now they actually look like a decent state here. Ukraine also, I don't like how they're still called the Kingdom of Ukraine, but we have the Kuban Black Sea Republic. We have Socialist Republic of Georgia back with Mr. Beria. We have Azerbaijan, Armenia. We have Persia, Revolutionary Persia. We have Kurdistan. I couldn't actually release Turkey, which is quite unfortunate, but that's only because they actually already exist, and we'd probably have to declare war on them and then take them and release the rest. But the game is broken, of course, because it's Hearts of Iron 4. It's always broken. We have Iraq. We have Afghanistan, Democratic Republic of Afghanistan. We have, what else? The Mongolian Khanate under Russian Protectorate. Well, under British Protectorate, actually. And I think that might have been all of it. Oh, Socialist Republic of Turkestan. I totally did not see this. Why do they have that? Ew. Alright, yeah, we have Turkestan as well. So that is about as much as we could carve up. I think the game is actually completely broken. We got the peace treaty without the whole surrender thing. And we also are still at war with Korea. But, you know, that's a normal day at work. So let's go ahead and crush them. Ah, the Chinese were puppeted by Japan. That didn't actually show up in the peace treaty though, so I think that's also a bug. Oh, we can actually lower the autonomy of the African Union. I think we're gonna do that just to make sure that they're all integrated and stuff. Alright, actually now we have a treaty, the Treaty of Cage, and then question mark. Wait, is this a treaty? Like, what is happening? Alright, we've puppeted everything, no one else could do anything, and we are done. Let's see what kind of countries we have created from this. We have the People's Republic of China and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. And we also have the Chinese People's Republic over here. And I think we can create one more China somewhere, right? But yes, ooh, look, North Korean flag. Interesting. Let's fabricate a goal here on Venezuela. The good thing is that we'll be at war with all the three here since they've gone into the Andean Pact. And then we'll be able to take all three at once. I'm not declaring war on Brazil yet. I think we'll actually leave them for last, mostly because of the dense jungle and terrain that we would have to go through to go all the way down to Rio. I think it's easier if we go down this way, conquer the countries in this direction, and then come from the south. And then we start moving in on North America. We will... People have complained about the borders in the here in the North America as well, you know, like, oh, what happened? You took the Pacific. This is just disgusting over there. But here's the thing: we're gonna declare war on them. They are very strong, sure, but the idea is that we will crush them. They will be, because we want everything to be Oceania. Like our new faction that we're gonna create afterwards is gonna be Oceania. And these guys aren't actually totalists, are they? No, they're syndicalists. So, not Oceanian. The battlefields have fallen silent, but while our soldiers enjoy their well-earned rest, worried representatives of industrial syndicates have come forward with statistics showing the large degree to which the union's industry has been restructured to aid the war effort. For now, our economy is still somewhat stable, but the next years will not be easy ones. Consumer goods factories 10%, daily political power gain, production efficiency cap -5%, recruitable population goes down, division organization goes down, and planning speed goes down. This is bad, but we do have a demobilization program. The question is, if we actually want to start this thing, because it might just, like, decrease our army size by a horrendous amount. So instead, what we're gonna do is just suppress our subjects here. Our justification is finished. Let's double check how big their alliance is. Quite small. We're taking some horrible attrition, even though the terrain here, like, I've actually upgraded it to pretty great infrastructure. Our ports aren't totally ready here, but still, I mean, we have some really bad attrition. Doesn't matter. Let's get ready and go to war. We'll just rush through to Caracas here, I think. Are we ready to win with nukes? Yes, we are. Let's drop the nuke right there and move in with 50 divisions into one province. Hopefully, it will be enough. Nuclear war. Wonderful. Now, in 1984, the strange thing is that you'd never actually hear about nuclear weapons being used. So it actually poses a lot of interesting questions. Actually, ooh. Wait, how's our supply looking? We're probably doing really bad. Okay, 4%, not too bad. We no longer get the effects from Albert Montgomery. What do you mean? Effects from Albert Montgomery. I don't actually remember what it was. Oh, actually, Eric Blair is our chief of the army. I totally forgot about that as well. But I'm quite confused. Venezuela has capitulated. Excellent. Alright, we're gonna edit this path here just so we actually push straight through. Oh wait, we can't? Because we want to reach Cartagena first. Boom! There we go, that's the end of those. Let's get puppeting done here. Hopefully we can puppet everyone before Panama gets to do anything. And I think that is the case. Wonderful. People's Republic of Ecuador. Now that is a badass flag right there. Led by Dolores Cacuango. Okay. And we have Gilberto Vieira in Colombia, or rather the Revolutionary Colombia. And in the Venezuelan Socialist Republic we have Francisco Campero. Wonderful. Just look at that. Now we just have to move south. These guys are social conservatives. Alright, well, let's put a stop to that. Sichuan. Is it Sichuan? National Protection Alliance. Right. We want the province of Sichuan. We're gonna declare the war, and we are going to invade, but we are also gonna have to call in China in order to do that. And maybe we'll call in our allies to push them from the other directions. The first push actually went a lot better than I was hoping, but we have had to call in our allies there, and we're just finishing off the research trees. Everything's just looking wonderful for us. Really looking forward to seeing how we shape the Americas. We're actually gonna go ahead and release the Hungarian Socialist Republic because they are the leaders of our faction. So I think it's best if they exist, because then we can actually leave the faction. Hopefully that works out. I don't know. Now let's see if that works. Come on, please, please, please. Leave faction. People's Republic of Ecuador is the leader of the faction. Oh my god, this is so stupid. Oh, but it would work. Excellent. We have a war goal. Let's declare war and march straight in for Ankara here. Hopefully, just to make the borders a little bit nicer. I'll probably get tired of this shit eventually, but yeah, actually, next war goal we need to start fabricating is on Peru. We just want anything here that gives us easy things. Actually, yeah, let's go for that. The tree of question mark. I am. All right, let's see. I've given a bunch of stuff to the Union of Palestine, Syrian Socialist Republic, and I've annexed the... What just happened? Oh, the Treaty of Kunming fired at the same time. That's fantastic. Alright, let's just go ahead and take it all. Yeah, why not? See, now China actually looks okay. It's divided into 4 parts. I know Japan has some parts there, but you know, it's pretty balanced, pretty okay. Europe is still a mess, but here's the thing. I was gonna, hopefully, let's see, manage occupied territories, return territory to the Iraqi Socialist Republic, boom, alright, Iraq, looking good, and then manage occupied territories, return this to the Turkish commune. I think that will be fantastic. Release nation, releases puppet, and let's check it out. 3, 2, 1, and oh yes, wonderful, just wonderful. This whole Suez Canal thing is pissing me off. Look at that. The Sultanate of Egypt is here, but then we also have... Oh no, it's not the Sultan. You're right, it's Siam. God damn it, we've got to crush them. And that's why we also went ahead and took that, so that we actually have a border with them. Yeah, let's take this and prepare for an invasion of the Balkans, actually. And then we'll do split 20 over here. Oh, I hate, you know, Hearts of Iron 4, I love Hearts of Iron 4, but the whole justification system, and, okay, I don't really love Hearts of Iron 4, I mean, it's fun, it's, I think the UI is a lot better looking than Hearts of Iron 3, of course, but in general, I think there's just so many little things that piss me off that I, of course, have a deep resentment every time I reach late game, because every time I start a new game, I'm like, yeah, no, this is gonna be wonderful. But then when you're trying to conquer the world, it's these like, oh, it's gonna take 125 days, and then when you justify the next one, it's gonna be 185, and then the next one's gonna be 400, and the next one 800. You know, it's just insane. But yes, with that done, I think we're gonna leave the Third International now. 1948, 84, you know. This is actually the year that the book was published, so that's why it's called 1984. I think he died like a month after it was published, so it still hadn't been a great success yet. So George Orwell or Eric Blair didn't actually ever get to see how amazing, how well his book did. But let's take a look at the diplomacy details. Wait, how do I create a faction? Do I have to actually go to a different one? Oh, I need a national spirit to create a faction? Oh my god, is that stupid? Yes, I'm using console commands because I'm just sick of this. So we're gonna create Oceania. Oceania is gonna be a thing. It's gonna be wonderful. Boom! Accepted the offer to join the new faction, and now we can just invite literally... Oh my god, this is gonna take a while. Alright, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I think that should be... Alright, there it is. The United States. Invite to faction. But aside from that... Oh, right, we have Pacific stuff. Invite to faction. Man, like, I've gone through, I think, almost 100 different little states here. Siam, you took a bunch of stuff, that's not very nice of you. That's the CSA there, Japan. Well, at least we do control a bunch, though. For the sake of speeding up this run, I'm also going to go ahead and use this to declare war without Gospellies. I mean, there's just no way I'm going to sit around here and fabricate for several years on each individual state. We need to run through this, right? Now we basically dominate the world. I don't think anyone except maybe the CSA and some other minor states or bigger states here in India, for example, the Buyata commune. I don't think anyone else minds, you know, we're just spreading the revolution everywhere. The Treaty of Arequipa, I made a little bit of a mistake here. I was supposed to give this to Ecuador. In fact, we will manage subjects, or actually manage occupied territories, and release this. I was gonna release it, or give it all to Ecuador, but I misclicked, and also La Plata had been at war long enough to get a bunch of stuff there. So what we're gonna do is, of course, line these guys up, and declare war on La Plata as soon as that's ready. Alright, we're at war again. Let's get this party started, and let's march straight down to Buenos Aires. And so it begins. The Combined Syndicates of America declared war on the Pacific States of America. Let's Kingdom of Siam, La Plata, and there we go. Alright, allies not in war. Socialist and the commune. Alright, we're gonna call everyone to this one and just hope for the best. Well, they have a lot more men fielded than us too, and of course they're gonna stomp all our colonies here first, but we might be able to push back. I was hoping we'd have Mexico before they did anything of the sort, but it looks like the AI is intelligent after all. Of course you make them join that war. God damn it. The CSA is confronting the New England fleet combined with the Canadian fleet. Hopefully we'll arrive in time. I actually assigned my ships to this region, but it doesn't actually look like they have much to offer. We are getting taking heavy losses here, which is very, 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 very unfortunate. But otherwise, wait, we're sinking Siamese convoys. Not much else. Yeah, Siamese convoys. I mean, who gives a shit? Actually, oh, you know what? I'm gonna call my I need you to invade the Siamese areas here. Bohemian Socialist Republic. Do that. Ah, there we go. We are sinking enemy ships here. This is excellent. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Someone used a nuclear weapon on Washington, and I didn't even notice. Oh, wow. Must have been Canada, I think. I'm not sure about that. Alright, we finally defeated Siam. That took a while. They have a bunch of shit that really bothers me. Like this, we're gonna take that. I really want to give back to Persia, but you know, whatever. We want to... God damn it. Okay. Okay, what do? We want... I'll be right back. Yes, horrible border gore, I know, but I at this point I don't really care either. Let's erase all of our front lines. Everything we have planned here, everything doesn't matter. We are going to attack India. Alright, we're using our nuclear capabilities to push back the enemy. And we're also going to deploy nukes on all their major cities, if we can here. Norfolk as well, the entire coast, everything shall be ours. Oh, wait, this is the south. Alright, are we ready for this? Let's behold this beauty. That will be the salvation of America from syndicalism into totalism, into Mosley's iron fist. The nuked out ruins of Buenos Aires are about to fall, and hopefully with that Argentina as well. Ideology has grown. Excellent. Holy shit, we didn't even have to do anything. Somehow they actually surrendered. We nuked the shit out of them, I can tell you that, but at some point our bases were actually so damaged that we couldn't nuke them anymore. But it seemed like we got over that hurdle and they surrendered without... We didn't even have to take Washington or Philadelphia, I think. They just went for it. But looks like... oh, wait, right. They are still a major power, so we need to crush them first. The Treaty of Mendoza, right, so they finally surrendered. That took a long time and many lives, but we do have control in South America now, basically. We only have to defeat Chile and Brazil, and that will be it. But we do have new countries here, so Revolutionary La Plata, we have Revolutionary Uruguay, Socialist Republic of Paraguay, Revolutionary Bolivia, and the Andean Commune got a few more bits there. But yes, it's 1949 and the border gore is as bad as ever, but we are making progress. Oceania is forming up, and I think the next episode might actually be the last one. In the meantime, we're gonna round this one off, and I am, as always, gonna thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like if you haven't already, share with your friends. This has been Game Gabster. Farewell.